Please welcome to the stage. Who's next? Povio. Oh, this is interesting.
Hi, we're Povio, and today we'd like to present a completely new communication experience that's very different from anything we've seen. Let's get right into it. Let me show you what I mean. This is my co-founder, Matevz, and he wants to know what his friends are doing right now. So he's going to fire up the app, and he's going to swipe into the list of people he follows, and he's going to start pinging them. Now, a ping is a very simple gesture, meaning, hey, what are you up to? And as he's pinging these people, they will start getting notifications. And I just got one as well. So now what I'll do, I'll simply swipe the notification, and I go immediately into the camera mode, and in 3 seconds, I'll capture this photo. Let me just retake it because of the light, so we can better see the audience. There we go, 3, 2, 1, boom. And there we have a photo. I've just captured my point of view. So we call this poving. It means capturing your POV, your point of view, capturing what you're doing right now. As you can see from my photo, I'm on stage presenting with these bright lights in my face. What I'll do now is I'll press share, and my photo gets uploaded to the server, and all these people, so you probably noticed that it wasn't just Matevz who was pinging me, it was actually a couple of other people as well. And all of these people now just got a notification saying that I just responded to their ping. So what I do next is I press ping back. So now they will all also get a notification saying, now it's your turn to respond to his ping. What I'd like you to notice about Povio is that it's different or unique in 3 specific ways. Let's switch up to the presentation, please. Number 1, that is demand-based. So your friends are actually asking you to share. It's very natural to respond because it doesn't feel like bragging. Number 2, it's fast. We take you from your lock screen to capturing your photo automatically in just 3 seconds. So by giving you a reason to share, and by making it incredibly fast and easy to capture a photo, we're actually eliminating probably 80% of the existing photo sharing process. And lastly, Povio is engaging. So when I share my photo, I ping back my friends, and now it's their turn to respond by poving, by sharing their point of view. This feels like playing kind of photo ping pong, right? And that's exactly what we're calling it. We're calling it photo ping pong. This is an extremely engaging activity that users engage in for hours at a time, and they end up creating dozens of photos. In fact, in one very extreme case, we noticed that in our group of users, of beginner users, we saw that a couple of people were playing photo ping pong at a party, and a single user ended up creating 60 photos over the course of 3 hours. That's how intense it gets. But what's the point here is that you're actually not sharing, you're capturing the spontaneous moments. You're capturing the moments that happen in between your cool and sexy Instagram photos. That's the spontaneity we're talking about. All right, let's go back into the app and see if any of my friends have responded to my ping. I'm just going to refresh here, and let's see if they're responding. So somebody is watching us live back from Slovenia. They're watching us on stage. She's doing her hair, looks like. This guy is watching TV. This guy is walking on the streets, and that's me again. So you see, I immediately know what a couple of my friends are doing, and the rest are probably going to start popping back when and I already have 2 more pings in the meantime. So let me repeat once again that Povio is not about vanity. It's a communication tool. It's designed for spontaneity. So also, there's no history, no profile history of your communication. You can follow me, and you can see all the photos that I upload during the day, and you can follow them in your stream, but if you go to see my profile, you will only see the last photo that I took. So with that, I'm very happy to announce that Povio is launching today at the conference. It should be already available for you in the App Store and the Google Play Store for your iPhone and Android. We're really excited about our product. We think, please give it a try. We really think you're going to enjoy it. And while we're here, we're also raising a seed round, so any investors in the room we'll be very happy to talk to you. And that's it. Thank you.
Okay. So Questions from our judges?
Jason, I know you're a big fan of sexting. Is this what we're talking about here?
Yes, actually, but I was hoping you'd keep that between us.
Right.
Too easy. Sandeep, you, Extreme Labs makes dozens and dozens of mobile apps in the last year, including one for a social network that Chamath may have talked about earlier, but you can't talk about. What do you think?
I think it's a really nice app, well designed, fast to use. I just a little bit struggle with the moments between Instagram. That would leave very little moments to actually do anything else, right? So that's what I struggle for the bit.
So how do you respond to that? How is this better than Instagram?
So, like I said, there's three things how it's different. So it's demand-based, so your friends are actually pulling this content from you. That's a very key difference. The other one is the speed of it. So there's no comments, there's no captions, there's no hashtags, there's no filters. So you basically, in 3 seconds, you're sharing your photo. And the last one is basically the dialogue that gets created, where I ping back and just we go ping pong back and forth. So it's to compare it to Instagram, it's very, very different.
Do you save the photos anyway? Can you retrieve them later on if you need to?
Excuse me?
Can you retrieve the photos if I do want to go back and look at the photos I took?
Not right now. So that's one thing that we're probably going to roll out in the future. So right now, nobody can see your history, but you probably want to see it, because what we're seeing now is that users are using it as their primary photo app. So they first time they want to take a photo, they cannot import it here. So that's their live camera, and that's why we'd want to give them access to their own photos in form of this gigantic shoebox of photos that they're actually building in the background.
So I'm rating every company on a 100-point scale, and you get 10 points off the start for showing a mobile app. Because everybody in the audience here has a mobile phone. Not everybody has a laptop or desktop in front of them. So congrats on that. I expect that this is going to be a much more popular thing with the Google Glasses, because there's an affordance for this kind of ping-pong back and forth of imagery. Are you thinking about that? Is that really why you're starting the company, or are you really going after the smartphone audience?
We are very excited about Google Glass, not just as geek users, but also as entrepreneurs in this particular startup. We're really excited about all kinds of wearable computers, and they're really they're gonna power this kind of communication. But we're already brought it to this device that you always wear anyways, and it's right there, and people are used to it. But whenever new technologies come along, we're happy to bring them to this kind of service.
Yeah. How would you weave in vanity?
Vanity.
Well, I mean, the comment that people aren't. I don't think you said ego casting, but people aren't. It's pull. It's not push.
Yes.
Is that? But hey, vanity is a great driver of supply and virality, right? So I'm just curious. How would you? Could you bring a portion of vanity into the product?
So basically, that's kind of the vanity part is where we feel this fatigue from the users that, there's so many platforms where you have to appear cool and smart, and you have to be at cool places. And your life, if you're looking at it through that lens, is just beautiful. It's amazing. You're going to these fancy places, eating this great-looking food and everything. But in reality, if you want to stay in touch with your friends, that's not the moments they're interested in. And actually, the backstory comes from Matevz, who is actually a professional snowboarder. He's doing the big air jumps and everything, and he was basically not happy to share the photos of him that looked like bragging. Being on top of the jump, it's cool, but he does it every day. And if he shares it for the 17th time or the 700th time, it just feels like bragging. Yeah, I'm here again on top of this jump,
I'm also noticing on I have 250 apps on my iPhone, and I'm getting this app tiredness. App fatigue. And certainly with photo apps, I'm getting this fatigue. Do I take a photo and put it on Food Spotting or Path or Flipboard or Facebook? Flipboard's coming out with something new in a little while. Highlight now. I'm shooting photos on Highlight. In other words, the question for you is, are you going to let me have a choice of when I'm pulled to give this picture to you? Can I also put it other places?
Yeah. So the plan is we're never going to allow you to import your photos, because Povio is about real-time communication. But we are going to allow you to export it to other services.
I wonder if you've thought of when you take it out, if you could turn on both cameras and take a picture of me and put that as picture-in-picture with my view.
So right now we're trying to avoid the selfies, because it's not about that. It's about sharing your point of view, and kind of that being the better option, because you're not in the photo. You can also kind of distance yourself from the photo if you want. You know, you were drinking you know, a bottle of scotch maybe, you know, from the bottle, and the next day you don't want to be reminded that you were that. So.
And what about even compressing it further? I mean, you took 80% of the time out. You still have to click the share button.
Yes.
Did you ever consider just holding it up and it goes 3, 2, 1, takes the photo, and that's it, it's shared?
We did consider it. We did test it. It was a bit scary to the users. We'd love to test it again because we've been only testing in Slovenia with a limited launch, but we'd love to test it on new audiences. So hopefully a lot of people will download the app and will be able to test that as well. Yeah. If it's not too scary, we're happy to put it in. We're really about simplicity and making it as efficient and as frictionless as possible. Yeah, or even you just take your phone out when you get it and you shake it, and then you have 3 seconds and it goes, or something like that. Love that idea.
Some kind of even more automated. Let's hear it one more time from Povio.
Thanks, guys.
Great.